What if I told you that within just 24 hours of waking up in the Stone Age, you'd be either dying or already dead? No tools, no clothes, no shelter, no language, no idea how anything works. You might think you're tough, maybe even a bit outdoorsy, but none of that matters here. Your muscles are weak from a life of chairs and cushions. Your skin is soft from years of warm showers and air conditioning. And your instincts, they were smothered under centuries of convenience. The truth is, the moment you wake up in the Paleolithic world, you're already fighting a losing battle. This isn't a camping trip. This is raw survival. And you're not ready, not even close. You open your eyes to pale sunlight filtering through a dense canopy of trees. There's no alarm clock, no bed, no familiar smell of morning coffee, just the sting of cold air against bare skin and the sharp bite of rocks and sticks pressing into your back. You're completely naked. You sit up and the ground is damp, crawling with insects, and the forest around you is deathly quiet. You try to stand, but every step is agony. The earth beneath your feet isn't grass. It's broken stone, hidden thorns, jagged roots. Within minutes, your soles are cut open. Blood dots your trail. You look around, expecting to see something, someone, but there's nothing. No signs of civilization, no roads, not even a path. Just wild, endless green. You've never felt more alone. And the worst part? It's only hour 1. By hour 3, you're already starving. You didn't eat breakfast. You didn't even have water. Your stomach growls like a dying animal, but you have no idea what to do. You look around at the leaves and bushes, hoping something will look familiar. A berry, a fruit. You spot a cluster of small red berries and pop a few into your mouth without thinking. They taste bitter. Within 10 minutes, your stomach is twisting in knots. You drop to your knees and vomit into the dirt, shaking and dizzy. Not everything in nature is food, and you just learned that the hard way. You clutch your stomach and look around again, hoping maybe some kind of edible plant will just reveal itself like magic. But there's no grocery store here. There's no YouTube video to guide you. You are helpless, and the clock is still ticking. By the time the sun hits its peak, it's hour 6, and things go from bad to worse. Your cuts are bleeding, your head is spinning from hunger, and you're dehydrated. The streams you've passed are brown and filled with insects. You think you see movement in the trees, maybe birds, but then the hairs on your neck stand up. You smell it first, something foul and musky, and then you hear the low crunch of leaves behind you. Wolves, at least 3 of them, maybe more. You run. You don't even think. You just run. You stumble over a root. Your ankle twists violently, and you fall. Pain shoots through your leg as you try to stand again. But it's too late. You crawl behind a tree, trembling, every breath loud in your ears. The wolves don't attack yet, but they're close. They've smelled you, and they're waiting. Just when you think you're about to pass out from fear, you spot movement again. But this time it's not wolves. It's people. Real, living people. You limp toward them, tears in your eyes. You think you're saved, but they're not smiling. They're not welcoming. They don't speak your language. and when you try to talk, their eyes narrow. You've just wandered into their hunting ground. To them, you're not a time traveler, you're a trespasser. They shout something and raise their spears. You raise your hands, try to show peace, but one of them steps forward and knocks you down with the butt of his weapon. Your vision blurs. You try to crawl away, but it's too late. You're our miracle. It's a nightmare. By the time the sun begins to set, you're tied up. They've stripped you of what little synthetic clothing you had. Your underwear, your socks, everything is gone. You're shivering, tied to a crude wooden post while the tribe circles round you. They speak in sharp, clicking tones. One of them walks up and spits in your face. You violated a sacred boundary, but you don't know which one. Was it land? Was it food? Was it simply your existence? You're an outsider, and here, outsiders aren't pitied, they're punished. You scream for help, but your words mean nothing. The fire crackles nearby, casting long shadows across your bruised body. This is hour 12. Half the day is over, and you already feel like giving up. The fire crackles louder as the sky above deepens into black. You're still tied to the post, your arms numb, your legs shaking. The tribe watches you like a pack of wolves circling wounded prey, curious, but not compassionate. Then, without a word, two of them approach. They untie you, but don't smile. One gestures toward the fire, and someone tosses you a stick. It's not a weapon, it's a test. You're expected to prove your worth, but you don't even know the rules. They point at the pile of twigs and bark, then at the flames, then at you. It takes you a moment, but you understand. They want you to make fire. You crouch down, fumbling with the materials. You try rubbing two sticks together, like you've seen in movies, but nothing happens. Sweat pours down your face, your hands blistering within minutes. The tribe murmurs around you, unimpressed. You keep trying until the skin on your palms splits, but the only heat you produce is from frustration. One of the older men shakes his head and walks away. Your next trial is meat. They hand you a piece of raw animal flesh, still warm, still bleeding. You stare at it like it's from another planet. They want you to prepare it, or maybe eat it, or maybe something else entirely. You don't know. You hesitate. That's all they need to see. A younger tribesman grabs the meat from your hands and slices it open with a sharp rock. He eats it raw and stares at you while doing it. The tribe laughs. You don't belong here. They take you to the edge of the forest next and hand you a stone with a sharpened edge. They make hunting gestures, pointing to the trees, then back at you. You limp into the woods alone, your sprained ankle throbbing with every step. There are no instructions, no safety nets, no tools beyond the crude blade. You wander, completely lost, until the shadows stretch and your stomach begs for something, anything. You find a small animal, maybe a hare, and try to chase it. But your movements are loud, clumsy, and the creature vanishes in seconds. You return to camp empty-handed. No one is surprised. Later that night, a goat is slaughtered in front of the fire. You're told to help clean the carcass. Blood spills across the dirt and onto your feet. The smell is nauseating. You flinch when the knife carves through flesh, gag when the intestines spill out. You're handed a chunk of the liver and told to eat it raw. You can't. You hesitate again, and the chief's eyes narrow. The tribe doesn't see your reaction as weakness. They see it as disrespect. They speak softly among themselves, but their eyes say everything. You failed every test. By hour 20, something shifts. You're dragged into a circular pit, ankle throbbing, skin bruised and blistered. The torches lining the edge cast tall shadows on the stone walls. Across from you stands another outsider, someone like you. His face is pale, his eyes wide. He looks like he's been here longer. He's shaking, just like you. Someone throws a sharpened bone spear between you. The meaning is clear. This is your final trial. Fight or die. You don't move at first. Neither does he. The crowd chants something you don't understand, louder and louder until it's deafening. Then he lunges. Instinct takes over. You dive for the spear. The bone bites into your palm. Blood slicks the handle. You scramble to your feet, barely able to stay upright. He tackles you, and you both crash into the muddy floor. You don't know how to fight. He does. Your head hits the ground. Stars fill your vision. The bone spear slips from your hand. You hear shouting, but it's fading fast. You come to in the cold, sometime past hour 23. You're lying at the edge of the camp alone. The fire is distant now, just a faint orange glow. Your limbs are heavy. Your mouth tastes like copper. Blood mats your hair and coats your fingers. You try to sit up, but pain knocks you back down. You weren't killed, not yet, but you've been discarded. A failure, a ghost. The wolves are howling again, closer this time. The tribe doesn't care. The night grows colder, the ground harder, and the darkness thicker. Every bone in your body screams to give up. The Stone Age doesn't want you. It doesn't care that you're from the future. It doesn't care about your potential, your dreams, or your humanity. Here, you are only as useful as your ability to survive. And you've proven yourself useless. You close your eyes and try to breathe, but even the air feels hostile. You might make it to hour 24, but you won't go any further. You're barely conscious now, your face half buried in dirt, your breath shallow. The stars overhead blur together in a hazy mess, like your body can't decide whether to stay alive or slip away. You don't know what hour it is anymore, but it must be close to the end. Your body is shutting down. You can feel it, not just the pain, but the numbness underneath it. The way everything feels quiet, distant. You reach for a nearby rock to pull yourself upright, but your fingers don't move the way they should. Your muscles are drained, your limbs stiff. You're not dying from a single wound. You're dying from all of it. Exposure, starvation, blood loss, fear. In the far distance, you can hear voices. Not English, not anything you understand, but you know them now. The rhythms of the tribe's language, the way it cuts through the trees like a warning. They're chanting again, their fire glowing like a cruel sun in the darkness. You crawl toward it, dragging your body one pathetic inch at a time. Not because you believe they'll help you, but because your brain, even now, refuses to stop hoping that somewhere in this world there might still be a sliver of mercy, that someone might reach out. But the Stone Age doesn't reach out. it devours. You reach the firelight just as your arms give out. The tribe doesn't cheer. They don't jeer either. They just look at you like you're already dead. One of them walks over, crouches, and drops something beside you. A bone blade, stained dark with old blood. No words, no gestures, just the object and the silence that follows. You realize what this is. Not a weapon, a choice. They're not going to kill you. They're giving you the option to do it yourself, to end the misery, to reclaim the last shred of control you still have. You don't take it, not because you're brave, but because you're too far gone. Your hands won't lift it. Your fingers won't close. You lie back, staring into the fire. It burns so bright it hurts your eyes. You want to scream, but you've got no voice left. You want to cry, but your body's too dry. A child in the tribe walks up, tosses a scrap of meat at your feet, then scurries off. You don't know if it's a joke or pity, but even if you wanted to eat, your stomach wouldn't hold it. Your body isn't rejecting survival. It's simply finished. You fade in and out through the night. At one point you think you see wolves circling again, just shadows on the edge of the trees. Another time you swear the tribe's dancers are moving in slow circles, their bodies painted in ash, their eyes catching the firelight like glass. You're hallucinating, dreaming, maybe dying. The line between them all has vanished. A hand touches your forehead, rough, calloused, and then pulls away. A woman, or maybe not. Maybe just another ghost in this cruel place. Everything you see now is softer than before, distant, like you're no longer quite real. As the first light of dawn stretches over the hills, you're still breathing, but barely. The fire is down to embers. The tribe is quiet. Your breath rattles. Your eyes are open, but they no longer see anything. You didn't survive. Not really. You made it to R24, but you are broken in every way a person can be broken. Bones, spirit, mind. What lies ahead is not life. It's just the slow unraveling of someone who wasn't made for this world. And make no mistake, you weren't. Because this world doesn't care about how clever you are, or how many steps you tracked last week, or how fast your internet connection is. It doesn't care about your degree, or your job title, or your plans for the weekend. Out here, only one thing matters. Can you kill? And can you stay alive? That's it. And if you were dropped into the Stone Age with nothing, just like you were, you wouldn't make it. Not even close. You'd be a footnote, a corpse under the trees, a soft-bodied echo of a future that didn't belong. And the truth is, the world you're living in today, it only exists because people like them survived, and people like you wouldn't. So if you're still listening, ask yourself, what would you do in R1? When the world has no mercy, and you have no tools, no help, no plan? What happens when everything you know is gone, and survival is the only law left? The answer isn't comforting, but it's honest. And it's why you wouldn't survive 24 hours in the Stone Age. Not because you're weak, but because you're from a world that no longer teaches you how to live, only how to exist.